Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon, good morning, or good day to the rest of the world. So, welcome back to Pageant Mag Philippines live sessions. Yours truly, once again, Francois is your pageant correspondent. We are live simultaneously on Facebook page, on our Facebook page rather, and of course on our YouTube channel. If you are new to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe and click the bell notification as well. And follow and like our Facebook page for more pageant updates. We are also on Instagram and TikTok. So please do follow us on all our social media platforms. Now, guys, if you have any questions later, for our guests, please don't hesitate to drop your questions down below at the comment section. All right. So I believe that you are all excited to meet our guest. By the way, this episode is being brought to us by Celebrity, a celebration of tea of a lifetime. All right, so here we go. So, without further ado, our esteemed guest for tonight is a Miss Universe Philippines 2021 candidate hailing from the province of AKLAN. So, together, let us meet and get to know our guest. Here we go.
Mayad-ayad nga adlaw kinyo tanan. Ako po si Christelle Abello, ang inyong dalagang Pilipina na lumaki sa Amerika. I am a communications graduate and a full-time model. I've also got quite the adventurous side to me. So anything from beach trips to food trips, I'm your girl. Moving around has always been a part of my life, and I actually can't wait to travel again soon. I actually remember the very first time I got to travel on my own was when I competed in countries such as Korea, Hong Kong, and Guam, just to play for the Far East Championship Games. My favorite person in the whole entire world has to be my sister. You know, we really lean on each other kahit ako yung ate sa aming dalawa. Because my dad served in the military, I actually lived in Japan for a great deal of my life. Though I don't speak any fluent Japanese, but watching anime is one of my most favorite things to do.
All right, there you go, guys. So please do help me and welcome our guest with a virtual applause, the pride of the province of AKLAN, Christelle Abello. Hello, good evening.
Hi, Sir Francois. Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having me tonight. I appreciate this opportunity.
You know, I am very much honored and grateful for having you on our session like for tonight. You are definitely gracing our session for tonight, Crystal. And you know that it's been quite a while since the last time that we saw, actually last year, di ba?
Yes, last year pa siya. Kaya excited ako na we're meeting ulit ngayon.
Finally, di ba? That was before
Finally.
pandemic nun eh. So, kakalo mo.
Yes.
All right.
Nakakamiss.
That's right. And if I could remember, that was the time when you submitted your application for the Miss Universe Philippines 2020 last year.
Yes, that was the
Yeah.
time. What a scary time at the time.
Whew. Anyways, kumusta ka na ngayon? How are you?
Naman. Yes, Sir Francois. Thank you so much. I'm okay naman. Prioritizing what I need to focus on in terms of training, and also at the same time, taking it day by day, doing the best that I can every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it should be. Diba? Yes, by the way, hi to Rexted Earl. Oh, he
Hi,
is also
Rexton.
He is also watching on our YouTube channel. Hi Zell, also watching on our YouTube channel. And
Hi.
of course, Luis. Hello. Good evening pala. Good
Yes,
evening. Arumik, ano to? What's Arumik?
roommate. Good evening. Mayad ayon
Ipia.
nga gabi. Kanyo tanan.
Ay, feeling ko ato. Marie Althea Kimura. I think that's the name.
Okay. I see. Hello. Hi. Oh, galing mo naman, sir. Na-figure out mo.
Kasi parang iba eh. I have also a friend who uses that ARAM on her Instagram, on her Facebook. So
Ah.
her name is Marie, that's why. I was reminded. Hi, Mark Shaw, all the way from Los Angeles. All right.
Hi, Mark. Wow, all the way
Mm-mm.
from LA.
For sure, he'll be asking about boxing once again. I know that. All right, so let's get to know our guests. Okay, who is Christelle aside from what we have already watched during the intro video? So, what are other interesting facts about you, girl?
Yes, okay. So beyond the pageant scene,
Mm-hmm.
I like to call myself as a very chill, nonchalant girl who's very
Mm-mm.
easygoing and who is always willing to be a friend to a stranger or even most especially to my loved ones. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type of girl who loves to seek adventure. I love having fun. I love taking risks. And a
Mm-hmm.
fun fact that most people don't know about me is that I actually had my very own Pia Wurtzbach moment where I was accidentally announced as the first runner up when I had actually won that night.
Oh, where was that?
This was in California. This was actually my very first pageant called Binibining Pilipinas USA, and I was
Mm-hmm.
crowned as Binibining Pilipinas USA 2014.
Okay. So this is now the Miss Filipinas International, I guess. Tama ba?
Yes, yes, correct, correct.
Mm. Oh my God. So
Mm.
mas nauna ka pa pala kay Pia.
Actually, yes. Kaya iniisip ko na just like Pia, 'di ba third time, 'di ba three times siya bago nanalo. So, ako
Yeah.
rin, third time ko na rin na sumali ng national pageant kaya baka naman sign na 'to na this is my time na. Just like
Why
Pia.
not? 'Di ba? Why not?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Let's all pray to that, 'di ba?
Correct,
So,
yes.
yeah, let me just ask about your experience of Pia Words back uh how shall I say
Moment.
moment. Yeah, so how was the feeling when you were announced first runner up and eventually turned out that you are the winner? How did they correct the mistake?
So, unlike Pia's, kasi with Pia, they corrected the mistake right then and there within minutes,
Live,
right?
yeah.
Correct. Whereas
Mhm.
in my case, I was actually advised until a good 20, 30 minutes after. And actually, when the pageant and the show had all to let me know that I was actually the winner that night. And when I found out, or okay, actually, when this all happened, I believed in myself that I had won that night. So when I wasn't announced as the winner, syempre, of course, you were disappointed a little.
Uh,
Yeah, medyo heartbroken, but that's very normal naman. And I was happy naman.
yes.
And I was happy naman for the night and how I performed. So that was like my take on it lang. But then when I found out that I had actually won, I
Mhm.
was actually I wasn't really sad that I got anything like a crowning glory taken away from me. I wasn't sad about
Uh,
that. I was more feeling for the runner up who was accidentally announced as the beauty queen or as the winner.
as the
And
winner.
so correct. And I felt
Mhm.
more for her because we all make mistakes and to be
Yeah.
announced as the winner tapos have it taken away immediately is a feeling that is traumatizing, you know. So I just felt more for the girl, and I was just happy to have won that night. But I also wanted to be there for my sister. But again, it was just a crazy night. So when it happened to Pia, I was like, oh my gosh, this happened to me as well.
And yun na nga, di ba? It is really hard for the part of the one who was called winner that eventually, parang na-retract
Mm,
yung moment niya as a winner, di ba?
correct. Yes,
Mm.
tama.
So yeah, I could definitely feel as well as well on the part of the mistakenly winner. 'Di ba?
Mm,
So kahit nung nangyari yung kay Ariadna Gutierrez, no, I felt
mm,
sad for her while I was really very happy for
mm,
Pia, 'di ba?
mm.
It was really very hard to celebrate on that moment, no, kasi it was live pa and ikaw after 'di ba? For
After,
sure
yeah.
even after mahirap pa rin mag-celebrate sa iyo for sure.
Yeah.
'Di
Yes,
ba?
mahirap na siya, yes. Kaya
And
after na lang I had one, parang nag-organize na lang kami ng separate party for me
mm.
to have an actual crowning moment and to
Oo.
just be able to show everyone that I was being given the crown.
Formalization, yeah.
Yes.
All right. So, um, you mentioned a while ago, yeah, well, you mentioned in your intro video that you've grown up from different places, and you went from one place to another. So while growing up, how did it happen? By the way, aside from you mentioned that your dad is a U.S. Military servant, something like that, right?
Yes, yes. So my
Mm-hmm.
dad served in the U.S. military as a Marine,
Mm-mm.
and when he had moved to the States, and after meeting my mom and marrying my
Mm-mm.
mom, okay, so sorry, let me just start all over. Kasi yung dad ko kasi nag-migrate sa Amerika. Tapos nag-join
Mm-mm.
siya ng US military. Tapos yung mom ko naman, she had a working visa in Japan. So
Mm-mm.
when my dad was active in the Marine Corps, he got stationed to Japan and met my mom there in Japan. They got married, and then they moved back to
Mm-mm.
California and had me there. So that's kind of the story
Um,
of, yes, that's kind of the story of how I came out into the world. I was born in
mm-mm.
California, but because nga my dad was active duty, we would constantly bounce to and from San Diego and
Mm-mm.
also Okinawa, Japan. So that's why I said in my intro video, I move around a lot. It's just always been
Mm-mm.
a part of my life, but I've always been grateful for the experience because I love meeting new cultures and being invested
Mm-mm.
in the in the way that other people live. It's just very interesting to go through.
Yes, of course, getting to know the culture as well and the traditions
Yes.
of every country that you are moving into, right?
Yes.
Mm. And how was it? How did you come? How did you get to the Philippines then? If you were moving from San Diego to Japan then, so paano nag-cross yung moving to Philippines?
Yes, so nung bata kami ng kapatid ko, we would constantly take vacation trips to Cavite and AKLAN, which is where my parents are from. So it
Mm-mm.
was always a normal thing naman to visit the Philippines. But me moving here officially only was possible because thankfully I'm a dual citizen. So that's why I'm able to come here and be here, live here. But again, being in the Philippines has always been normal for me naman kasi we visit often. And then my mom also, she heavily enforces Filipino value and culture sa household.
Oh, that's nice, huh? Because
Yes.
normally, kids growing up from overseas, diba? Kids growing up, from overseas normally um tends to forget speaking Tagalog, Filipino, or the dialects, or our mother tongue, kako na lang, 'di ba? And you are very matatas, 'di ba? You are very well spoken in both languages.
Oh, thank you so much. I
Mm-mm.
admit yung Tagalog ko medyo bulol siya, pero kaya naman. At
Mm-mm.
I enjoy practicing naman. So, noon nung bata ako, hindi ko talaga gusto na matuto ng Tagalog. Pero ngayon na matanda na ako, super appreciate ko yung ability to be bilingual because not only can I communicate, but I also feel like I can connect to my personal identity as a Filipino even better.
That's right. So can you tell us
Mhm.
about your education naman? Where did you spend your education much of the time or most of your time?
When it came
Mm.
to elementary, middle school, and high school, I can say that it was always a bounce from Japan to San Diego, always. But then when I was officially in college, I was able to stick to one college and I attended a state university in California, where I'm from, called
Mm-mm.
California State University San Marcos, and I attained my bachelor's in communication.
Ayon. Actually, there's someone in here asking on how to prevent culture shock. Since, well, for you, you've been doing, but parang there's no culture shock on you anymore kasi you're already used to going or to having another culture from one another, right? So,
Yeah.
so she's asking Louise Bourbon, how to prevent culture shock, sabi niya.
Like you said, Sir
Mhm.
Francois, ako
Uh,
kasi hindi ako masyado nagko-culture shock to anything kasi parang sanay na ako sa, yun nga, sa Filipino tradition, sa culture.
mm-mm.
But I can say that when I did go to Japan, that was a culture shock for me because I have no knowledge of how the culture is in Japan until I actually lived there. At ang masasabi ko lang in order to prevent culture shock is to just always keep an open mind, be excited that you are given the opportunity to be in another place aside from your home, and just
Yes.
in and take full experience of enriching that culture into yourself. And I think that's just the best way to prevent the shock and just enjoy it.
Yeah, that's right. Always accept whatever situation you are in actually. That's actually applicable to everything, no?
Yes.
Mm-mm. Ayun. So, let's go back to your pageant experiences. Tell. No, so you mentioned that you started your pageant journey in the US, right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
correct.
So, can you walk us through to your pageant journey up until now?
Okay, sige.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually decided to join my very first pageant in California when I was
Mm-hmm.
about 19 or 20 years old. And honestly, it wasn't something that I was passionate about or even into. I was only encouraged to join because at the time, sinabihan ako na, "Uy, matangkad ka, sali ka na. Try mo lang." So then nakilig
Uh,
ako, trinay ko siya, at I ended up winning that night. And that was
mm-hmm.
in 2014. And when I had won, it led me to meet certain people that are in this industry today, such as Jonas Gafu, Janine Togono, and Venus Ra. And I met all of them. And once I had met them, I realized that I can push this further and maybe turn my dreams into a reality. Because when I was always young, I always had this pangarap or this dream of like becoming an artista. Pero hindi na siya yung
Ah,
pangarap ngayon. Hindi na siya yung pangarap ngayon. Pero nung bata talaga
nagbago
ako,
na. Oo.
yes, nung bata talaga ako, yun yung gusto ko. So when I had won and I had met the right people, I said, oh, maybe I can pursue this career that I've always wanted to try. So after I had won, I had moved to the Philippines to join Miss World 2015. And I only
Mm.
came out, yes, and I only came out as a finalist. And
Mm-hmm.
after a year of trying out modeling and commercial modeling, I realized that I had to go back to the States to finish school. So, which I
Mm-hmm.
did. I came back to the States, and after I had finally finished, here I am again. I moved back here to the Philippines 2020 to start Miss Universe Philippines
Mm-hmm.
2020. Hanggang sa ngayon, tuluyan pa rin.
So there you go. You've already mentioned Miss Universe Philippines 2020 that you are returning this year. So
Yes.
what made you decide to return at Miss Universe Philippines this year? After
So
last year, by the way. Mm-hmm.
Correct. So, as
Mm-hmm.
everyone knows, that I am a comeback and I am
Mm-hmm.
returning once again after my stint from last year. And the
Mm-hmm.
reason why I decided to come back was because I felt like parang something was missing inside of me from last
Unfinished
year.
business.
Correct. Parang unfinished business. And actually,
Mm-hmm.
I think me losing was it only fueled me to come back stronger this time around kasi parang
Mm-hmm.
I want to prove to myself, I want to prove to my fellow Aklanons that we deserve to be here, we
Mm-hmm.
deserve to fight harder, and I will, for them, for the Aklanons, and hopefully for the rest of the Philippines, di ba?
Yes. Okay, if I may ask, Tel, no,
Yes.
what specific takeaway that you had from that you learned from Miss Universe 2020 or from the previous pageants that you've joined prior to Miss Universe Philippines 2021 that you can make use of it this time around?
I think the biggest takeaway from my experience last year was
Mhm.
learning how to forgive myself, or to
Mhm.
get back up once after I have made a decision, because I think that's what caused me to lose last year, is when I realized I had made a mistake, and then it just started my downfall. Hindi na ako
Mhm.
nakaangot sa situation, and hindi na ako nagbetter sa performance ko following the mistake. So,
Mhm.
I think ako lang, I need to accept na if I make a mistake, we are all human. It's okay. And it's
Mhm.
possible to get back up stronger even after making that mistake.
Exactly, and learn from it lang, di ba? Mhm.
Yes, correct.
Hi, Meneses. Meneses Orque. Is that Roque? Perhaps Roque na naman to.
Baka, actually.
So I'm from Cebu, but honestly, you are one of the bets to win the Miss Universe Philippines 2021. Oh my God,
Thank you so
diba?
much. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. All right, Tel, I think you are very much ready for our first challenge.
Ay, sure. Sige.
So this is gonna be Have You Ever Had Challenge. All right. So we've
Okay.
been doing this actually as part of getting to know you. All right. So are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Mhm. Okay.
I'm
So here we.
excited.
So do I. So here we go. Have you ever had worn an oversized or undersized pair of shoes?
Yes, actually, right now, my current shoes to go outside sa labas, not my heels, but my current like tennis shoes are a little
Mm-mm.
too big on me right now. And the reason for that is because regalo lang siya. Kaya hindi siya kasya na sakto. Pero I love the shoes so much, kaya bahala na. It's okay. Hindi naman halata.
Would it bother you when running something like that? Since you are playing tennis, 'di ba? It's a tennis shoe, ganyan sabi mo.
Y- well, yes, it's parang ano, yes, shoes pang
Mm.
gala sa labas. So it doesn't bother me kasi I'm not running naman in it. So it's just pang
Mm.
streetwear.
Okay. So parang ano lang
Mm,
talaga, parang pang porma-porma for gala, ganun.
correct,
Ay.
correct.
Yeah, so hindi nga siya nakakaano. Ayun. Anyways, how about this? Have you ever had snack out from home pala?
Snack out?
Yes, sneaking out.
Like sneaking out.
Uh-uh.
Oh, no, I don't know. I've never done that. I've never snuck out of the house. I'm too scared of my parents, lalo na si daddy. Marine di ba? Marine si
Oo,
daddy.
strict, di ba?
Yeah.
Oo, di ba? Kahit saan ka magpunta, matitrace ka niya.
Ay, correct. Tama.
Hala, hey, can you sing for me? Sabi, why you're asking Mark Shaw? Okay.
Hala, Mark, hindi ako singer.
Okay. Tell how about this? Have you ever had a wish to be a boy?
No, I had never wished to be a boy, pero when I
Mm-mm.
was young, I was a tomboy naman. I was never in favor of putting makeup on. Not until college. I was
Oo.
into sports. I didn't care to dress a specific way. Very relaxed, very tomboy kind of girl. Pero no, I've never wished to be a boy naman. And now, like now that I'm a empowered woman, I love being a woman.
Of
Kaya,
course, 'di ba?
yeah.
'Di ba? Maraming ganyan, yung beauty queen na nung bata sila ay boyish, ganyan.
Mm-mm,
Tapos so
yes.
eventually ganyan naging beauty queen. Parang hindi makaano hindi mo in-expect na maging beauty queen yung boyish.
Hindi, correct. Tama, tama.
Ayun. So, how about this one, Tel? Have you ever had a crush on your instructor or professor or at least a teacher back then?
Hindi rin. Never on a professor, but siguro sa teacher's aide niya. Kasi minsan meron kaming mga teacher's aide. May mga teacher's aide minsan na maybe a year
Cute,
or two
ganyan.
older than me, na cute, handsome. Yun yung mga crush ko. Pero not the professor. Kasi I would get distracted eh. But
Mm,
I'm there to learn.
mm. Dito kasi sa Philippines, wala tayong teacher aid. Hindi common ang teacher aid though. May mga
Ah,
teacher aid,
okay.
oo. May mga teacher aid, pero sa mga private schools, ganyan. Sa mga
Mm.
sa mga pang mayayaman, ganon. Pero,
Ay,
pero sa mga government schools dito, walang teacher aid.
ay.
Ayun. Especially sa college, sa high school. So, ay, walang teacher aid dyan. Yun.
Mm.
Anyways, how about this, Tel? Have you ever had worn your sister's dress?
Ay, all the time. My goodness, that's a given. As sisters,
Uh-huh.
I
Oo.
will always find myself in her closet stealing her clothes. And then I will go out na hindi ko siya sinabihan, na umalis ako tapos iti-text niya na lang ako ate, nasan yung ganyan ko? Kinuha mo na naman. Mga ganon. Kaya always.
That's very common in siblings actually, 'di ba?
Correct. Yes.
However, do you fight for that?
Hindi naman fight. We have our little arguments about other
Arguments.
things. Yes. Pero
Oo.
never kami nag-fight ng crazy. I honestly love my sister so much. She's my best
Mm.
friend. And we really lean on each other kahit ako yung ate sa aming dalawa. Love na love ko yung kapatid ko.
Alright. Ayun. How about, have you ever had sold any of your pre-loved items?
No, actually, I'm not. As I mean, lately in the past, I'm not
Mm-mm.
a business entrepreneur type yet.
Mm-mm.
Right now, I'm just focusing on pageantry. I've never actually dipped my toes into like the business side.
Mm-mm.
So no, I haven't. I haven't sold anything.
Ayun.
Mm-mm.
Pero namimigay.
Ay, yes, namimigay yun. Yun yung tama. Yes. Yun yung actually yung mas accurate. Namimigay. Mas namimigay kaysa na nagbebenta.
Ayun. O sige, tumatanggap ako ng hand-me-down. Charot. Anyways, Tel, have you ever had fallen in love with your best friend?
No, I have never had a male best friend, but
Mm-mm.
my last boyfriend was definitely my best friend. Like he became my best friend because of our experiences together, and it felt like I grew up with him. And yeah, naging best friend ko lang siya. Pero a best friend prior to falling in love, that's never happened to me.
Oh, see, di ba? Maganda yun. At least, di ba, naging best friend mo pa rin siya after. Di ba?
Ay, yes, yes.
Ang ganda nun, ha? Sana all ganon. How about, have you ever had eaten any Pinoy street foods? Isaw, Betamax, balot, kwek-kwek.
Oh my gosh, I love, love, love balot. I love fish balls. Pag umuwi ako sa Cavite, eating street food is a priority of mine. I love street food. Yeah, my gosh, I love street foods. Favorite ko talaga yung fish ball.
Bongga. Actually, favorite ko din ng fishballs, kikiam, ganyan.
Mm-mm.
Balot. Yan. Ang sarap kasi
Mm.
eh. Ayan.
Yes, sarap
Ah,
siya.
mhm. Have you ever had too much fun at a party, Tel?
I don't think you could ever have too much fun. I think if
Mhm.
you're having fun, you should live in the moment and make it
Yes.
and live life to the fullest. Ako
Mm.
personally, if I've ever had fun, I don't regret any part of it, and I think
Mhm.
that I'm just living my life to the fullest. So I don't think you could ever have too much fun.
Alright, 'di ba? Mga ano lang, mga chika party, gano'n.
Yes.
How about this, Tel? Have you ever had tried cutting classes?
To my parents watching, I'm sorry, but yes, I have. I think at least 90% of all college students have done it at least once in their life. Sometimes lang, I prefer resting over attending class mismo. And that
Oo.
would be the only reason why as to why I had to cut class. Pero syempre
Yeah,
bumabawi naman ako. Dapat
of
bawiin, 'di ba?
course.
Mm.
Mm. Of course naman, 'di ba? Ayan.
Yes.
Mhm. Alright, here you go. Have you ever had copied and pasted articles from Google or Wikipedia for paperworks?
Oh, no, no, no. I haven't done that. That's plagiarism, and
That's right.
that shouldn't be tolerated. Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Plus, if you
Hmm.
do that, you will never learn. Like, parang sa
Exactly.
sarili mo. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Ayun, tama ka nga doon na it's actually form of plagiarism.
Correct.
Yan. At saka parang ano, napakababaw. Napakababaw, di
Yeah.
ba? Yan. Anyways, thank you so much, Stel, for your honesty and for playing with us the Have You Ever Had challenge. So, guys, if you have any questions for Christelle, please just drop your questions down below. Okay, and we will definitely talk more about social issues. And that will be all when we return after this short break. All right, so please stay tuned, guys. See you in a bit.
Bye, guys.
All right, we are back, and thank you guys for staying with us. So, still, we are with our guest for tonight, for this evening, rather, Miss Universe Philippines 2021 candidate from AKLAN. So, let's have Christelle Abello. All right, so there you go. We have here a first question from Dexter. Dexter Earl. Perhaps it's not Red said actually. So I believe this is Dexter Earl, di ba? Nasasanay na ako sa ano ha, sa mga pabaliktad ng mga pangalan. All right. So The question, Tell, is what is your opinion on cancel culture?
I think cancel culture has definitely been an important way for now for us to vocalize on what we feel shouldn't be in society and should be erased from society. I think that cancel culture is great as a great
Mhm.
tool, but at the same time, I think we should also be careful on voicing our opinions on what we think we should cancel, because sometimes people are fighting for issues that they are passionate about, or they
Mhm.
do things because they do things that they would feel that would be best for them in that situation. So I think we just should be a little more open to people and why they and be accepting of why people do things the way that they do, and just be open and be friend and a little more friendly to everyone on social media.
Oh, ala, he corrected me. It's Ret said daw talaga, not Dexter. Totoo ba? Sabagay. Sabagay, I knew someone in our province, no. Um, he named his twin sons na ano, actually it's the parang pabaliktad na apelyido, like Mabaza Azabang, ganyan. De
Ah.
Los Santos, Sotna Soled. So those are the names of his twin. So pwede.
Mm. Actually,
Yeah.
I have a lot of family members then who do the same to kind of just protect themselves as well on social media na baliktad yung pangalan nila. Kaya sanay din
Ayun.
ako.
Ayun. So yes, I definitely agree with what you have mentioned a while ago about cancel culture. No, na um, we should at least try to get to know as well the reasons why
Mm.
people are thinking that way, why these people are also trying to cancel things. But of course, hopefully, no, those trying to cancel things will should also be or would also be very conscious or aware of what they are canceling, no? So, yun
Yes.
lang sana yun. Mm-mm. Parang respect siguro ang kailangan.
Mm.
I believe so. All right. So, we have a question here coming from Mark Xiao. He is asking, what is the hardest part about failure? Ayun, may ano siya, oh, may hugot siya. Because I have an undefeated record as an amateur boxing. Ayan. 10-0 daw siya and I'm afraid to lose. Sabi ko na nga ba eh. Boxing talaga si Marshall eh. Ayun. Alright.
Hi, Mark. Thank you for your question. I think the hardest thing about failure is accepting it, diba? Because when it takes us a while to accept the failure, because we tend to be too hard on ourselves. And when we're
Mhm.
too hard on ourselves, it kind of restrains us and hinders us from bouncing back stronger and fighting harder. And I think that for all of us, we just need to remind ourselves that we're all human, we make mistakes, and actually, failures are actually um, it's actually vital for success. We have to keep
Mm-mm.
going, keep failing, keep making mistakes in order to learn, in order to grow. So I think
Mm-mm.
failure is actually very important in our journeys and in our process.
And that's right. I definitely agree with you because, that's actually the opportunity to learn more. Diba?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the opportunity for
Agree.
us to learn more, and it's also a way for us to humble ourselves because definitely we are not all perfect, diba? That we are all
Mm-hmm.
human. We have that weakness as well. That
Mm-hmm.
yes, that's right. We could fail, diba? Um, okay ba? Okay ba, Mark Xiao? Eh, so okay lang Mark Shaw ang matalo. So accept lang, enjoy, ganun lang.
Correct,
Alright?
correct.
Mm-hmm.
And like what you said, Sir Francois, it's about it will also humble yourself. And I think that's
Oh,
also an important lesson that we should learn from failures.
that's right. Alright. So we have another question from Red said. ang tatay niya daw pala Dexter, so pinaliktad nila. Yung may explanation pala si Dexter. Ayan. Oo. Yun sabi niya, oh, my father is Dexter, that's why I'm Retsed. Sabi niya, ang cute. Alright, so, hi Ate Christelle, have a question for you. How will you convince the other Filipinos that living in other countries will never be a reason to forget the culture where you grew up?
So this question really applies to me because I am a
Mm-mm.
product of an international upbringing, diba?
That's
And
right. Mm-hmm.
the best way that I feel that I could convince other Filipinos to never forget where they came from is by by leading through example. I think I am a perfect example of this, how I get the best of both worlds, where I thrive on my culture because it is a part of my identity. And I think that we need to remind people to stay true to our roots and to remember and to remember where we came from because it solidifies who we are as a person, as a Filipino, and we want to showcase that to the rest of the world.
All right, diba? That's right, actually. That doesn't mean that when you are already when you are living overseas, Kenya, that you are already tending to forget your culture when you,
Mm.
yeah, where you have grown up. So I think it's a matter of ano lang, tawag dito, parang adopting from
Mhm.
another culture, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you've already forgotten your culture, right? Mhm. Ganun naman tayo eh, di ba? We can easily adapt because we are very flexible talaga. So, the tendency is that kung saan tayo mas nag-grow most of our time, the most of our life, ganyan. Sometimes nandun pa rin yung yung tawag dito, influence of the new culture, 'di ba? But being
Mm.
Filipino is already shall I say in the bones na yan, to the bones na yung being Filipino eh. So,
Yes.
yeah, hindi na siya mawawala. Yan.
Correct.
'Di ba?
Agree. I think
Ayan.
it's just us. It's just up to us lang as bilang Filipino to keep that tradition in the household. I think when you learn things, it all starts from the
Yeah.
house. So, for example, for me, yung
Mm-mm.
mommy ko nga super strict nga sa upbringing namin, and she always wanted to implement yung tradition and yung culture. So I think it all
Mm-mm.
starts in the household. So we need to
Mm-mm.
remind other Filipinos to keep that tradition and to keep the culture.
Yeah, that's right. It's basically on the upbringing, 'di ba? Family pa rin
Mm.
talaga, family pa rin talaga yung yung parents pa rin ang makakapag turo sa iyo ng culture mo as a Filipino. But by blood talaga kasi nandun pa rin yun eh. 'Di ba?
Yes.
Nandun pa rin yun.
Mm.
Eventually babalik at babalikan mo pa rin talaga yung culture mo na yun. Kahit na sabihin natin doon ka talaga ipinanganak and lumaki, ganyan, babalikan at babalikan mo yun. Look at you, 'di ba?
'Di ba? Nakailang
Oo.
balik na ako dito sa Pilipinas.
'Di ba? That's
And now
right.
I'm living here, yes.
Mm. So it's always on the upbringing talaga din. Oo. Ayan. Thank you so much, Rep said. Anyways, a question from Luis Bourbon. Hi, Christelle. I have a question. Need pa bang pumasok sa college kung di mo naman ng degree yung gagawin mo in the future? Why or why not? Watching from New Zealand.
Mm.
I think she's asking if it's necessary to pursue college um, if you want make use of it in the future. I think I think so. Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Luis, hi, hello. Thank you for your question. I can understand why nowadays the generation tends to claim that they don't need school now in order to have a successful future, diba?
Mhm.
Pero ako personally, I think that education or attaining a college degree or attaining your education is very important in life. Not only
Mhm.
because you learn, but at the same time, I think if you attain education, it also empowers you. And it empowers you to further your potential in life and in all aspects of the things that you do and the values that you have. So kahit hindi naman related yung degree at yung siguro yung future career mo, I think education
Mhm.
is something that can never be taken away from you, and that's just very powerful in itself. And you should be proud of that.
That's right. It's still necessary. At saka, isa pa, di ba? Even though in the future or even though in the future you won't make use of your degree, di ba? There's still some way or somehow that you can make use of it. Na hindi talaga hindi man siya yung yung career mo eventually, but for
Mm.
sure um one part of your life will definitely parang masasabi mo na ito yung degree ko kaya kailangan ko may gawin, parang ganon. Parang may
Mm.
realization pa rin ganyan.
Mm,
Mm-mm.
yes.
Mm-mm. Ayan. Thank you so much, Luis. How about, oh, $1. It's a dollar. It's $1 million question naman to. Ayan. Why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines daw?
This question, honestly, is not the easiest question, but thank you for your question, Errol. But for me
Mm-mm.
personally, I think I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because this is a dream of mine ever since I was little. And this dream was ignited through witnessing people such as Pia Wurtzbach, Catriona Gray, and Megan Young. And they were the ones who paved the way to inspire me. And I one day also want to become that inspiration to other people and show people and influence people that they can do it too, that they can chase their dreams and that they can dream big and be
Mm-mm.
anything that they want to be. So I want to be that inspiration. And on top of that, I think also I am different from all the other candidates because of what I'm fighting for. I want I love the Philippines so much. That's why I keep coming back. And I want people to stay true to our culture and to our roots and to remind everyone that this is us as Filipinos. And I want us to be proud of it when we show it to the world. So I think that I can help, that in that position, I could help other people see that and value that. So I think that's why I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines.
Oh, see? 'Di ba? Ano pa bang masasabi ko dun? Wala na. Tapos na. Okay.
Tapos, sir.
We have a lighter question right here.
Okay.
Wala na akong
Sige.
masasabi dun ha. So, we have a lighter question here from Mark Xiao. Sabi niya, is it normal for us men to cry?
Okay, Mark. Wow, ang dami mong tanong today, Mark. Ang
Kasi
masasabi
ang
ko
ganda
lang,
mo raw.
oh, thank you so much. Ang masasabi ko lang dyan ay given the way that our society has brought us all up, in terms of gender stereotypes, it's not normal for men to cry, right? Diba?
Mm-mm.
Parang if men cry, they are seen as weak or not as strong. But I think personally for me, we need to change about it being normal and not, and be accepting and open to it, because I think that it's, as humans, we have the right to be vulnerable, we have the right to express our feelings. And I think if you cry or don't cry, or however you choose to release your emotions, I respect it and I support it. So I think it's perfectly okay, and I encourage everyone naman to be authentic with with themselves.
You know what? This, I think, the culture that should be canceled.
Actually, I
Di ba?
agree.
Yeah, there's,
Absolutely.
di kasi, that's a wrong notion for men. Di ba?
It
That,
is. It
mm-mm.
is.
Men is also crying, guys, and it is not
Mm-mm.
wrong to cry. It's not making you less of a man
A
when you
person, yes.
cry, di ba?
Mm.
So that doesn't make you effeminate or whatever, or homosexual if you cry. Yeah, because
Correct.
we are humans, we have emotions, diba? We are not robots, guys. Men are not robots, diba? So nawala silang emotions. So it's just normal. It's just
Absolutely.
okay to cry. It's okay, Mark, to cry. When you so Mark, when you are being when you were being punched na, 'di ba? Too much ganyan tapos and it's already painful and you need to cry na because somewhere somewhere on your bones has been broken ganyan so you can cry.
Ilabas mo na, Mark. Ilabas mo.
when someone had when someone had broken your heart, go ilabas mo. You can cry, Mark, 'di ba? Because it's
Yes, go.
painful.
Correct.
Mm. 'Di ba? It doesn't make you less human. Okay? I will cry inside the house. O di umiyak ka pa rin, 'di ba? Huwag kang mahiyang ipakita na umiiyak ka, 'di ba? Mm. Oo, kasi daw na-break na daw siya. Sige Mark, magkwento ka.
Oh.
Ikaw kaya Mark dito. Okay.
Okay lang yan,
Mhm.
Mark. It's
Yeah.
okay. Maybe another door will open for you. It's okay.
Yes. Learn from it. Parang ganyan, Mark. O
Yes.
sige, parang ano na tayo. Ang tawag doon,
Move
love
on.
advisor. Love advisors na tayo. Yes, Mark, you have to move on actually. Ayan. So, hello, Roches Canyo. Ayan. We have a question here. This is a very common question right now. Please answer this, Ate Crystal. Do beauty queens have a voice for speaking up on their political beliefs? Why or why not? It's not a political question naman di ba?
Yes, it's okay. So,
Mm.
red, is it red text? X, red.
Red set.
Oh, Red said. Okay. Hi, Red said. Thank you for your question. Absolutely. I think beauty queens definitely have a place for speaking up on their political beliefs, and I don't see anything wrong with that, especially given the platform that we're given, diba?
That's right.
Um, correct. So, at times I can understand why beauty queens would prefer not to say anything in terms of their political beliefs or political values. I understand that. But as a beauty queen, I encourage other beauty queens to speak up on their values and to say their opinions in the political scene because I think that
Mm.
our voice matters, diba? That's why we are
Mm.
given the audience that we're given. So agree. I think it's we have the space.
Yes, that's right. I definitely agree
Mm.
with you on that because given the fact that you are already there, you were already given a
Mm.
platform, diba? So,
Mm.
given that platform, it's actually a voice. It's a
Mm.
responsibility for every beauty queen to speak up. Yeah, and
Mm.
how can you how can you actually encourage everyone to empower, especially empower women, if you yourself as a beauty queen cannot
Not
speak
be
about you? Mm-mm. You
correct.
cannot speak out your political beliefs. Hi Sam, Sam is here. Hello Sam.
Oh, Sam, I love you, Sam. I love you so much.
Mm, I miss you, Sam. Hello. Yeah, thank
Hi,
you for
Sam.
watching, Sam.
Sophia Rocio, if you're watching as well.
And sabi, louder queen, very well said. People should hear this answer. Yes, absolutely. Ayan si Sofia Santa Maria. Yeah, the sister of Sam. Hello, Sophia.
Hi,
Ayan.
Sophia, my dear.
Ang cute, 'di ba? And hi Mark RT Talawe. Hello from Celebrity International. Padala ka na rin ng celebrity. Charot.
Hi, Mark.
Ayun nga, louder queen, very well said, sabing ganyan. Nag-hello si Sofia. Oh. Hello. Yeah, let's go back to that. No, yung sinabi nga nila na yes, you really need to speak out, of course,
Mm.
and yeah, and yes, stand on your political beliefs, di ba? Hindi porket beauty queen na wala ng, alam mo yon, hindi porket galing pageantry na wala ng platform, wala ng voice, di ba?
Mm. Mm.
Mm. So there. Uh-huh. Do you still have any questions, guys, before we go to break? We go on break. Santa Maria, man, that's the name of the boxing gym, sabi niya. That's the name of the boxing
Santa Maria is Sam Santa Maria is actually Miss Paranaque, Mark.
gym. The very beautiful as well. Mm.
Yes.
I th-
Mm-mm.
yeah. Natawa si Sam. Actually, Mark, yung Santa Maria gym na yan sa ano, yung boxing gym na yan sa ano, sa LA, sa kanila actually yan. Ayan, kina Sam Santa Maria.
Oo.
Just kidding. Ayun. Um, we have boxes in here, Tel, no? So perhaps this is the last topic that we can talk about.
Sure.
Okay. Sige.
Okay. And this is also good practice, kaya thank you, Sir Francois, for this opportunity.
It's my pleasure, as always, diba? Ayan. So, can you see this on your end? All
Yes.
right. Mm-hmm. So, we have 6 topics in here. Okay. So, all you have to do is pick a number and then we'll open the box for you so that we will reveal the box for you and we'll see what's behind the boxes or what's inside the boxes.
Okay.
Okay, and that's gonna be the topic that we're talking about.
Sige. Okay. I am
Okay,
choosing box number 1.
box number one. All right. Teenage pregnancy. Parang ganun, walang kalato, walang kaano yan eh. Teenage pregnancy. Ayan na yan. Mhm,
Teenage pregnancy.
mhm. So, what's
Okay.
your stand on or what's your take on teenage pregnancy? Hi, Rosho. Love your hair, sabi niya. Mhm,
Rocio. Hi, Rocio. Okay. So, teenage pregnancy. For me personally, I think teenage pregnancy or especially pregnancy in general is such a
mhm,
beautiful thing. I
mhm,
think that women or the teenagers who undergo pregnancy transform and change beautifully, and they rise above the challenges that's presented at them, and they
mhm,
transform into women who become selfless, nurturing,
mhm,
empathetic, and also a woman who knows how to sacrifice. That's why I think any sort of pregnancy is beautiful. The only
mhm,
thing that I can say about teenage pregnancy, though, is the fact that it is not the sex education is not implemented enough in the school systems, and I think that's
mhm,
where we have the problem, because it's time that we further teach our children on what it means to actually have consensual and safe sex.
That's right. Mhm, mhm. Yeah, actually, here in the Philippines, we already have the bill that, well, supposedly, sex education should be part of. I believe it's already part of education system. However, I think it's only taught, I guess, in the high school level. So
Mm.
in the secondary level throughout college, I'm not pretty sure even if it's already part of the tertiary courses or curriculum. Yeah,
Mm.
I think one thing that's missing in here as well is that why we have this teenage pregnancy as well is because teenagers are normally very curious and yeah,
Mm.
plus curious because we are not talking about sex education actually here in the Philippines. So
Enough. Feeling ko
yeah,
not enough. Mm.
mm-mm, not much, especially especially at home. It's always a taboo in when it comes to sex education at home. So I think a part of our parents as well or at home could also be open for for such discussion, right? Talk about teenage pregnancy and talk about sex education, its advantages and disadvantages. Particularly its disadvantages because teenage pregnancy is definitely affecting as well not only the the teenager but of course economically of the nation of the country. 'di ba? Sometimes it's also one of the reasons or one of the factors of poverty, 'di ba? Do you believe on that?
Mhm. I Yes, I can see. I agree with you. And
Mm-hmm.
again, I think it's just kasi nga the lack of education. It may not be in the
Yes.
school, but also in the household. Hindi natin
Yes.
tinuturuan yung mga anak natin kasi I
Mm-mm.
think also culturally as Filipinos, we don't want to talk about it as much because it is a
Mm-mm.
sensitive topic.
Mm-mm.
So again, like what you said, I agree with you. I think it starts in the household that we just have to
Mm-mm.
open up about it to our kids and our
Mm-mm.
children.
Yes. All right. So I think we've already talked a lot.
Oh my gosh, oo nga, 1 hour na pala.
One
Ang
hour na.
bilis.
All right. So okay, let's do some challenges in here. I prepared a challenge for you. Okay.
Okay.
So, here we go.
Runway challenge? Joke lang.
Actually, ano to, be? Tawag dito. Um, ano nga ba tawag doon? Kalimutan ko tuloy yung tawag.
Okay, sige, go lang. It's okay.
It's a physical challenge. It's a physical exercise. Ayun. Mhm. Ayun. Okay, so here we go. Let me just pull that up na. Alright. Hmm. Okay, so we have here ayan, another set of boxes. So it's a
Hala.
pick a box naman siya. Kanina pick a topic, this time pick a box. And for this challenge, we have 6 boxes right here. Okay, and these are mystery boxes. Now, for each box, there is a corresponding word or group of words. It could be in the form of tawag dito, fast talk, wherein you are to choose between the two. However, syempre, dito naman, hindi lang yung basta choose. Explain why did you choose that. All
Sige.
right. Or, or, may or ha, kapag ka naswertehan mo, ganyan, it could actually be a topic that you can make a comment, okay, or give an opinion on particular topic that's revealed on the box. All right.
Okay, sige. Okay,
How
this
do
is a
you
different
find that?
challenge. I'm intrigued. I don't know kasi sabi mo fast talk like Tito Boy. Iniisip ko adobo or sinigang.
Yun pala may ano no, may explanation bakit gusto mo siya, ganun. 'Di ba?
Sige,
Ayan.
sige. Okay.
All right, so 3 boxes lang, one after the other. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with your first pick.
Okay, I'm also gonna go with one again.
One. All right.
Yes.
Whew. Are you ready?
Yes, let's do it.
Annulment or divorce?
Ooh.
Mhm. Oh, for you, you have actually for sure you have an experience, or not really an experience, rather personal opinion on both sides, because you were on both ends of the worlds, like in the Philippines and of course in the US, where these are legal, right?
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Uh, this is very difficult because I, for one, hoping and praying that the person that I marry, will be the one that I stick with forever. And so I hope that this will never have to be an option for
Mm-mm.
myself or even to anyone else.
That's right.
But if I were to pick one, I think they're both, I know they're both bad. But let's just go with I mean, I'm sorry, correct myself lang. I don't think they're both bad, but I think they're both
Yeah.
just a little tricky. I
Mm-mm.
would say uh, divorce
Mm-hmm.
because I would just say divorce because I understand. Um, Ay, naku, I'm sorry. I don't know. Ang hirap, ang hirap.
Especially that it's not yet legal in the Philippines, no?
Correct. I
Okay,
would,
sige.
I, I would, sige, sige. I would just say divorce lang because of being growing up in the States. You know,
Mhm,
I've met people who needed the who needed to file for divorce, and I
mhm,
feel lang in terms of legally, it's the best way to separate in terms of financially and also yun nga, legally. So I would just pick divorce. Pero this one was really difficult, I must say.
Si Sam, oh. Chinichir ka ni Sam, oh.
I know, Sam. I love you, Sam. Ang sweet mo, Sam. Ang
Okay,
sweet ni
let's
Sam.
proceed. So that's just the first
Okay.
one. Yeah. Second pick.
Okay. Okay, let's go with number two. My goodness.
Heels or sneakers? Ayan, nakahinga ka.
I personally, as I've said before, I'm more of a tomboy kind of person when I was
Uh,
growing up. So I love to wear sneakers on a day-to-day basis.
uh,
And though I don't see anything wrong with heels, it's just that with sneakers, I feel like I'm a little more myself lang.
yes, ayan. Kaya mo daw. Last number.
Okay, let's go with number four.
Number 4. Are you sure?
Oh my gosh. Sure, sige, go.
Sige. Ay,
Ay,
mali yun.
sige,
Mali yun.
sige.
Same-sex marriage.
Oh.
Mm.
Same-sex marriage. So my stand on same-sex marriage is that I am an ally. Okay, first of all, I am an ally of the LGBTQ community, and I don't see any members of that community as others or as
Mm-mm.
someone else. And I
Mm-mm.
believe that they are just as human as we are. And as humans, I believe that they have the right to love and to be loved. And if forming a marriage or some sort of civil union is the best way to celebrate that love, then I'm all for it. Go for it. Because just as you, I would love to also go through a marriage by celebrating my love, and I think everyone else should too.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That one was a lot. That one wasn't bad.
Uy, may pahabol si Rosyo na na tanong, love life or crown?
Sinusiyo talaga. Siyempre sa ngayon, crown sa ngayon. Love life can wait because this opportunity will never come to me again. Kaya for now,
That's right.
corona muna. Mm-mm.
Okay, ayun. Thank you so much, Tel, for this opportunity. Yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed the night. So,
I
or this
did.
session at least. And yeah, would you like to send any message to anyone you would like to address to? And yeah, it's your time to promote your social media platforms, your projects, of course,
Uh-huh.
and any business that you would like to promote.
Sure. So again, Sir Francois, thank you so much for having me tonight. Definitely nag-enjoy ako ngayon at na-challenge din sa mga ibang questions, which is a good experience, di ba? And also
Mm-mm.
good preparation. So thank you. And then to
Yes,
everyone watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. It means so much to me, and you guys are the reason why I keep fighting and why I'm fighting harder. It really motivates me every single day. Kaya thank you so much. Sa mga fellow Aklanon, salamat nga po sa inyong suporta. Mahal na mahal ko kayo. And also to my family in Cavite, shout out to you all. And to everyone else, again, supporters, my heart is so full. Thank you guys. I love you guys. And if you guys want to continue fighting alongside with me until the end of my journey, you can follow me on Instagram, Christelle Abello, Facebook, also Christelle Abello. And Yeah, I'm just excited for everyone to see what's next and what I have to offer. Kaya laban, AKLAN.
Ayan, laban, klanon. Alright? So,
Yes.
social media. Mhm.
Social media is Christelle Abello on Instagram, and Facebook is
Mhm.
also Christelle Abello.
All right. So, thank you so much once again. And to all our viewers, thank you so much for staying us for more than an hour. It's supposedly just be an hour. So, we've exceeded. Nag-overtime kami. Sorry. Anyway, so,
Slight, but it's
yan.
okay.
So, thank you so much po. And to all our viewers, if you are new to our Facebook page, please do follow and like our Facebook page as well. And if you are also new to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe and click the bell notification as well for more pageant updates. We are also on Instagram and TikTok, so you may just follow us as well on all our social media platforms. So it's Pageant Mag Philippines across all social media. So thank you so much once again. We'll see you back tomorrow, guys, at 8 p.m. still with another Miss Universe Philippines. Oh, tomorrow, yeah, it's gonna be with another Miss Universe Philippines candidate. All right. Hello, Nick Sanapon, all the way from New Jersey. Ayan.
Hi,
Yeah.
Nixon. Thank you for watching.
Yes. He is actually in New Jersey. So, yeah. Thank you so much, Nixon, for watching. All right. So, once again, guys, thank you so much. Good night to everyone, and God bless you all.
Bye, guys. Thank you so
Bye.
much.